like. What's this?
Good afternoon from Centerburg High School, the heart of Ohio. It's time for Knoxmore Athletic Conference girls basketball here on OH.REPORT on our Facebook Live and YouTube channels. The Fredericktown Freddies are here tonight to take on the Centerburg Lady Trojans. Alongside Travis Berardi, I'm Keith Kokinda. Two pretty young and inexperienced teams have really put a damper on what was expected to be good seasons for them.
Yeah, it should be a great one. It's always Freddie-Burg, so when you have two rivals going at it, throw the records out, because we got a game to play.
Yeah, a lot of red out here tonight for both these two teams. We'll take a brief break, come back to set the scene for you. Again, you're watching girls high school basketball live and uninterrupted and free here on OH.REPORT.
He takes the Tostitos, fakes left, goes right, and dives into the salsa. Now that is how you bring home the snacks.
What is he doing?
Preparing for his next career as a commentator.
Isn't he young for that?
All the best players get broadcast deals these days.
Bill's Mafia is going absolutely crazy down here. Isn't that right, Billy? So true, so true. Back to you, Josh. Back to you. Now let's go down onto the field for the coin toss. Doesn't get much better than this.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Centerburg, Ohio. This is the Webb's Marathon and Automotive pregame show here on OH.REPORT as the Fredericktown Freddies take on the Centerburg Trojans in the Knoxmore Athletic Conference again. I'm Keith Kokinda, he's Travis Berardi. Two very inexperienced teams. We only have three seniors between these two sides. Fredericktown coming in have yet to win a league game. It's been a tough season for both these teams, but both these teams led by a couple of outstanding sophomores.
Yeah, Fredericktown early on in the year before Thanksgiving, Grace Sipes, their senior point guard, out with an ankle injury. Her boot is off, but she is still yet to be completely cleared to get back to basketball action. She should be back in the next couple of weeks, but a couple of other underclassmen have had to really step in, especially Kit Bellman, the point guard for them today. And then on the other side, Centerburg, they're a young squad, only one senior, and she doesn't even start. So a team with 4 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 3 juniors. Youth is the name of the game today, but like I said in the open, this is a rivalry matchup. Throw the records out because you never know what could happen in Freddie-Burg. Rivalry
games are always fun in that respect, certainly. And Tim Masigo, talking to him earlier, was saying you mentioned the injury to Grace Seif, also losing another player who moved out of state prior to the season starting, combined with a few other injuries, really forced them to juggle this lineup and using people in places they're not really used to playing in particular, Cally Carpenter.
Yeah, Cally Carpenter is one of the main players, but with the team spotlight first. They're 3-8, 0-5 under Tim Masigo. However, they've won their last 6 meetings against Centerburg.
Yes.
They've controlled this rivalry. Offense, defense, averaging about 40 points per game. Shooting, you'd like to be a little bit better from beyond the arc. Inside shooting under 40% as well. So, that inside-out game has to really get going today for them to have a chance. And you do mention one, Cally Carpenter. She's been really, really good this season. The sophomore guard playing like your brother Cade, who has been doing well, pretty much in the top 10 in every statistic.
Yeah, you mentioned it's an athletic family. Tim Masigo was saying Cally plays against Cade occasionally, and going up against 6'7" has to improve the game a little bit. On the flip side, Centerburg a little bit better. They do have 1 win in the league. That was back on December 14th against East Knox, 5-7 overall under Bo Glenn, coming off a huge win against Ridgedale on Thursday night, putting the Rockets to the sword 61-14. And despite the losing record, one of the things that jumps out, they're actually outscoring their opponents by an average of 5 points a game.
Yeah, and this is a team that's won 4 of their last 7, so they're really getting things going so far. And like you said, 46.7 points per game, only defensively 41.4. They're getting to where they need to be right now. Team shooting over 40% from inside the arc, but only 25% from outside the arc. So kind of the opposite of what Fredericktown's been doing. They've been able to hit those threes, but not as much inside. It's flip it around, and that's what you have. Then both teams under 60% from the free throw line. You want that closer to 70% if you want to win games. But, with that youth, that could get better as well.
Yeah, and again, just like with Fredericktown, Centerburg have a sophomore leading the way in 5'10" center Kayla Larimore.
Yeah, Kayla has really shown out this season in the KMAC. 11.9 points per game, which is 5th in the scoring. But her rebounding advantage, 8.3 rebounds per game for the 5'10" sophomore guard. Also, 1.5 assists, 1.5 steals. She's really come on as of late to help Centerburg win those 4 of their last 7.
Yeah, and you mentioned Larimore's rebounding. Almost 2.5 of her rebounds per game come on the offensive glass.
And that's big. Yeah, offensive rebounding, that could be one of the keys to the game today for them. And actually, if we would, let's get to my keys of the game.
Yes. First,
for the Lady Freddies of Fredericktown, talking to both coaches before the game, got a little bit of what they wanted to do. And first for Fredericktown, their guard play. Cally Carpenter she's pretty much the guard, but her and Kit, they have to play good guard play. They can't turn the ball over, none unforced errors. They have to play smart basketball. And like I said earlier, the outside in game, they're hitting those threes, but they have to hit those early to open up that inside game, get some maybe easy looks for them. And then on the other side, for the Lady Trojans, they have to turn this into a 94-foot game. Coach Bo Glenn saying, if they can get into a half-court game, Fredericktown might have the upper hand. But Centerburg, if they can get out and press you full court, get a couple turnovers, that could help turn into, an advantage for them. And intensity, getting to those 50-50 balls, hustling, doing the small things, that could help them as well get to the victory.
Yeah, I like how the term 50-50 balls come from football/soccer over here into basketball, but it is an apt term as we check out the Centerburg huddle there with the Indiana-style warm-up pants.
I love those warm-up pants.
I think they were wearing those.
And all that.
I think they were wearing those before even Bob Knight showed up in Bloomington back in 1971.
Gotta love a good warm-up too. I mean,
yes,
you gotta look good.
Yeah,
you look good, you feel good,
and I'm one of those who pays far too much attention to uniform details.
You and me both.
So anyway, we'll take a brief break for the Star Spangled Banner, and then we'll come back with the starting lineup. You're watching girls high school basketball free and live on OH Report.
Centerburg Lady Trojans. At this time, we ask you to please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
get things going here as we go to the starting lineups. Again, as we talked about before, there they are. Again, it's going to be Carpenter and Bellman as the starting guards. Again, Carpenter pressed into service as a guard with the injury to Grace Sipes, with the Boughton sisters, Jill, the elder one, at center, and her younger sister, Ella, a freshman, and Maya Bryant up front. They have a big front line. Jill Boughton, 6'1", Ella at 5'11", and Maya Bryant at 5'10". On the flip side, Centerburg, they have the Farrell sisters. Each team has a set of sisters on this team. Kenley Farrell starting at one guard for Centerburg, along with her sister Chesney. She is the elder. Chesney, a sophomore. Kenley, a freshman. And we talked about that. A lot of freshmen playing. You see the other three-guard setup with Clara Johnson and then Larimore up front, along with Kennedy Glenn, who's not only a threat inside but outside.
Absolutely. She is the three-point threat for the Lady Trojans. We saw her against Mount Vernon in the opening game, that overtime loss that they had close to them, but she had a slow start, but once she got going from beyond the arc, it really changed the complexion of that game. And if she can start hitting early on, it's going to help out those Lady Trojans.
Yeah, she's hitting just over 26% from the suburbs out beyond the arc. Had a big night on Thursday night against Ridgedale, as well as the Trojans lineup is being introduced.
Freshman number 1, Kenley Farrell. At forward of 5'9".
And we want to say hello to everybody watching on our Facebook and YouTube pages today. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you out in the fan zone down below. Gotta love a Saturday afternoon rivalry game.
Also, have to make mention of this, a happy belated birthday to the legendary St. John's coach Lou Carneseca.
Oh, okay.
He turned 98 years young this past Thursday.
Wow.
Tim Brando of Fox Sports put out a couple of posts regarding that, both on his Twitter and Instagram page, with a couple of pictures from back in the day. None wearing the ugly sweater, though. I couldn't resist that. Louis, happy 98th to you, and many more to come.
Didn't he have the towel?
No, that was John Thompson with the towel. It was John Thompson who then replicated that sweater for a big game 1 versus 2 back in that 1984-85 season, which Georgetown ended up winning, by the way. Louis is still hurting from that loss, by the way. That was what he said. That hurt more than Thompson replicating the sweater. All ready to go. Centerburg and the home whites will be going left to right here in half number 1. Fredericktown in all red. The Freddie-Burg matchup.
The Trojans number 23, Kayla Larimore.
Gotta love K-Mac action.
Yes.
Had a great one with the boys last night. Let's see if we can replicate that with the girls.
And it'll be the first possession going over to Fredericktown. We'll switch it over here to Kit Bellman, one of the guards. There's Ella Boughton, and she'll try a 3 right off the start. It doesn't go, but the offensive rebound put back in. There's Cally Carpenter.
Yeah, she got loose inside the paint. Nobody got her. She's able to put it in for the 2-0 lead.
Kennedy Glenn trying for a 3. She missed that one, but it's off Fredericktown. She was 4 for 6 from beyond the arc Thursday night against Ridgedale. Centerburg have won their last 3 home games and are starting off 2023 with 5 out of 7 here in Centerburg. And now the call's been changed.
Oh, now they give it the other way.
Yeah, I thought it was off of a Centerburg player, but they signaled the other way at first. Centerburg putting out a little token pressure here as they finally get it to Ella Boughton. Now here's Carpenter and older brother Cade, all K-Mac selection in football this past season. Shot won't go for Maya Bryant.
Yeah, a little too far underneath the hoop there. Couldn't use the backboard and missed.
There's Kayla Larimore and draws the kicking violation to keep possession for the Trojans. Larimore averaging 12 points a game, as we mentioned, over 8 rebounds a game to lead the K-Mac. And she's got some help up front. Clara Johnson averaging 10 and 4 up front as well. This is Kenley Farrell, 4'10" freshman guard. Third on the team is scoring at 9 points a game. And pass a little too long. It's a steal for Jill Boughton. And Jill Boughton goes coast to coast for her first basket. And quickly the Freddies up 4-0.
Yeah, looking like a cornerback there with the pick 6. Easiest bucket she might see today.
There's Clara Johnson. She can't find the mark from beyond the arc. And Rebound easily grabbed by Bellman.
Yeah, you see Centerburg trying to get those open looks from beyond the arc, just haven't hit yet.
Carpenter gets trapped, able to get out of it and get it to Bellman with some space. Now it's Ella Boughton, the younger of the Boughton sisters. Pass goes awry, gives the ball back to Centerburg.
Yeah, one of those unforced errors that you don't want to see in this game. Fredericktown there had a really good chance of taking a 6-0 lead, maybe 7-0, but unforced error gives Centerburg the ball back.
Long range three from Kenley Farrell doesn't find the mark. And here comes Cally Carpenter the other way.
That's the third shot that's gone in and out for them from beyond the arc.
Nice feed. Maya Bryant can't find it off the glass, though. Had the right idea. Everything but the finishes, they say in football. Now here goes Larimore. Looked like Bellman got a hand on that to disrupt the shot. And the Freddies still looking for their first points. Get it ahead. Boughton in the low post for her sister Jill. And there's the steal by Kenley Farrell. Ahead for Johnson. Johnson gets the basket and the foul.
That's a way to start things off with the scoring for the Lady Trojans. Get the steal, strong to the bucket and one.
Bellman gets the foul. That's the first of the game. That'll put Clara Johnson on the line, shooting just over 63.5% and gets that to make it the three-point play. And stretched. And there's the steal. Farrell. Larimore with some space. Larimore right down Euclid Avenue, as the late Fred McLeod would say. And a quick timeout called by Tim Masico of Fredericktown.
Yeah, great defensive pressure. And like I said, 94 feet, and that's worked in the last 30 seconds. A 5-0 run by Centerburg has them out in the lead 5-4 after a slow start for them.
That's what you talked about in the pregame, and the replay presented by Park National Bank as we look at the Centerburg huddle. Coach Bo Glenn in charge of the Trojans. Again, they've only won one game in the league. That was back in December. But things are starting to change as the calendar has flipped to 2023 for the Trojans, looking to continue that momentum again, especially at home.
Yeah, and this, after the first part of the season, if you think, maybe the conference is out of reach, you can still get yourself in position for a decent district seed and maybe a little bit of a run to get momentum into next year through the tournament.
Here's Bellman. Boughton will switch it across for Cally Carpenter. Carpenter now with 5, the first 3 of the game, and the Freddies back in front.
She had 3 threes against Strasburg in the Wayne Roller Holiday Showcase to keep them in that game in the first half. And
now it's Johnson who counters for 3. Johnson now leads all scorer with 6.
Now the shooting strokes from both teams are starting to come out.
Out of bounds. Trojans ball.
And
excellent defense there by Larimore to force that turnover.
Good job of moving her body, not bumping into the offensive player, forcing her out of bounds.
Larimore trying to get it into Chesney Farrell. The pass goes awry, but then Kit Bellman double dribbles.
You see that a lot. One turnover turns into back-to-back immediately.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Bellman was caught between, didn't know whether to stick or twist there, and ended up causing the turnover. Here's Larimore with 5 already here in this first quarter. The switch, Kenley Farrell. Larimore has it taken away by Cally Carpenter. And she gets the return feed from Ella Boughton and lays it in. Carpenter now with 7.
Back and forth we go here.
You talked about the 94 feet gain, Travis. We're seeing that early on. Larimore gets fouled on her way to the basket. And that's on Bellman, which will be her second. So some early foul trouble facing the Freddies as their starting point guard is going to have to sit.
Yeah, it was a strong take to the hole there.
Lillian Rose will check in after Larimore shoots the free throws. Larimore 72% from the line, and the commentator's curse strikes again.
There's the jinx. Gets the best of us.
Lillian Rose, 6 feet sophomore. And Larimore can't make either free throw, so she's stuck on 2 points. Chesney Farrell conked her head. It looks like, actually, I should say, It's not like Jill Boughton conked her head on the floor of the bench over there, but she did get the ball back for the Freddies.
Coach Maseko, happy that Lillian Rose is back. She was another player injured at the beginning of the year, but her coming back has really helped this squad out, make it a more complete squad.
Scramble off after bringing the ball up the floor, and Centerburg get it back. Centerburg coming in averaging almost 10.5 steals a game, but on the flip side of that, they turn it over 20 times a game. Not a good ratio.
No, not at all. That's the 6th turnover by Fredericktown.
Quickly into the corner for Johnson. Still can't find the range from beyond the arc, but Larimore able to track it down for Centerburg. Larimore blocked by Rose, gets it back, partially blocked again by Jill Boughton, and here goes Ella the other way. Smartly circles back after seeing too many white jerseys behind her. Nice feed in the lane, but Maya Bryant can't finish.
Yeah, again, that's the 4th or 5th ball that's been halfway down the hoop and then bounced back out.
The iron being unkind since I referenced Tim Brando earlier. That's what happens on the road sometimes. Carpenter had the steal briefly, but she stepped out of bounds. Gracie Lester, sophomore at 5'6", checks in. Maya Bryant will sit down, not happy with herself right now. Actually, now they're going to send Bryant right back in. Apparently a little... Well, she'll have to wait until the next opportunity. Apparently there's a little communication issue there with the substitution as to who was supposed to come out. So, yeah, now it will be Jill Boughton now to finally sit down.
Yeah, getting a little bit of a break after doinking her head off of either it was the bench or the
I heard some kind of thud. And traveling violation as Farrell got caught between two minds and shuffled the feet.
That's the 4th Lady Trojan turnover here early on.
Centerburg putting on a little more pressure with Kenley Farrell going up against Cally Carpenter. Maya Bryant with all kinds of space. The sit goes to Ella Boughton for 3, and she hits it.
It's exactly how you do it. You break the press going down the middle of the court, quick passes, open 3.
Ella Boughton averaging 10.5 and 5 per game as Larimore tries to counter, can't get it, and Maya Bryant now claiming the rebound. Carpenter goes up against a couple of players, had it slapped away by Chesney Farrell, one of 6 players in this Trojans team, who also play on the volleyball team.
Lady Trojans had a pretty good year on the volleyball side as well. Runners-up in the KMAC.
Past state champions back in 2003. Evie Stowe and Avery Glenn come in for Centerburg. Glenn leading the team in assists at 2 a game. The inbounds pass, somebody moved the wrong way, and here come the Trojans the other direction with Clara Johnson, who gets the basket and will go to the free throw line again.
Another strong take off of a steal. Gets the hoop and the harm.
That'll bring Jill Boughton back in for Fredericktown. Gracie Lester got called for the foul, her first, the 3rd against Fredericktown. As Johnson looks to complete another 3-point play. Not this time. And Ella Boughton with the rebound. Also, Olivia Joyner, number 25, a 5'9" senior. The only senior in the team for Centerburg is now on the floor. Carpenter will go for 3, well off target, and there's Joyner with her first rebound.
Yeah, she had it online, just a little too strong on the shot.
Late player coming in is Glenn. Now they'll go outside, and the three-pointer. It's Kennedy Glenn. And she's 4 of 6 Thursday night against Ridgedale. She's still feeling it from that game. All 12 of her points came from beyond the arc against the Rockets. Now it's another 3 way off target from Jill Boughton. And it's Clara Johnson getting it out to Evie Stowe.
Coach Glenn yelling at his team to push the ball, and it leads to that.
Stowe gets her first field goal. Stretching the Centerburg lead to 3, and a timeout called again by Fredericktown.
Just watch this, how they're pressing the ball, quick jump stop, open look, swish, getting the shot off, getting a good shot off before Fredericktown's able to get back and set up their defense.
Oh, you talked about in pregame that Fredericktown would like this to be a 94-feet game, and so far it has been. Right now, Centerburg has the better of it in that area.
Yeah, absolutely. They're applying pressure. They're getting some turnovers. They're winning the turnover battle 7-4 right now. But the biggest stat is most of those turnovers have led to points, while on the other side, maybe once or twice it's led to points for Fredericktown.
Taking advantage of those transition opportunities, a big thing. Tim Masico also talked about the depth of his team and being competitive through 3 quarters. But we'll see in the fourth quarter. He said they've had some trouble finishing games. We'll see how that plays out if this pace continues, as again Centerburg putting on a little token pressure in the backcourt.
Yeah, Fredericktown was in their game with Danville at Danville.
Oh, nice feed from Carpenter to find Ella Boughton, who now has 5.
Nice job driving into the lane, forcing the defender over, then finding the open player.
Trojans lead cut to 1, and now back to 4. It's Kennedy Glenn again.
All she has to do is see the ball go through the hoop once, and then she gets hot.
She's made 6 of her last 9 3-point attempts over the last game plus. Carpenter, a little bit of a matchup zone look here from Centerburg. Gracie Lester. Here's Jill Boughton. Tried to get it to Rose through the net, and Rose can't finish. Caught a little too far on the baseline. I don't see too many passes going through the net like that.
Yeah, kind of surprised her there and threw her off just enough to where she couldn't hit that shot.
Stowe. Kennedy Glenn, she's feeling it, can't get that one to drop. Joyner had a hand on the rebound, still trying to get it back from Jill Boughton. And the foul will go against Joyner. That's the first foul against Centerburg. Kayla Larimore returns. Kennedy Glenn will sit down.
Lady Trojans back into that 1-2-2 press. You got to think with under 30 seconds remaining on the Centerburg point scoreboard, Fredericktown maybe going for the final shot. And as I say that, it's knocked out of bounds.
Entry pass for Rose interrupted by Larimore. Every time I see that 1-2-2 press, I think of UCLA and then later Denny Crum, who was a John Wooden assistant back in those days. Here's Ella Boughton out of the corner for 3. Her second 3 gives her 8 points.
Yeah, got enough of the screen that she had enough time to set her feet, square herself up, swish.
Larimore goes to the hoop, gets defended well by Ella Boughton. Last chance here for the Freddies. Ella Boughton out wide for Cally Carpenter for 3. Oh! Just couldn't get the ball to go down. But a terrific first quarter sees Centerburg up by 1 after 8 minutes. Your girls high school basketball on OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Welcome back to Centerburg High School. That's Clara Johnson, 8 points on the night. He's Travis Berardi. I'm Keith Kokinda. Hayden Gray taking care of our camera tonight. This afternoon, I should say. I'm still not used to doing afternoon games, even the stuff I do with Ohio.
You get your whole evening.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
College basketball or some NFL football. You know, the AFC South Championship game tonight. Watch that.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence looking to win it for the Jaguars. Here's Kayla Larimore, only had 2 points in that first quarter, missed a couple of free throws as well. Avery Glenn hoists one up. It won't fall. Clara Johnson tried to get the rebound, lost out, and here comes Ella Boughton the other way for Fredericktown. Kenley Farrell back in the game, got a hand on that pass. Actually, the last touch Fredericktown, so the Trojans get it back.
Lady Trojans forcing the 8th turnover here in 8.5 minutes of gameplay so far.
Larimore finds Glenn out on the wing. Glenn going up against Ella Boughton. Larimore with some space, goes by Ella Boughton, can't finish though, and it's Ella Boughton, the freshman with the rebound, has 8 points to lead all scorers along with Clara Johnson for Centerburg.
Yeah, just enough pressure to throw that shot off.
Good entry pass from Maya Bryant, who draws the foul against Larimore, it looks like.
And just look at her setting up here on the replay. Sealed on the backside, nice post move up and forces the foul.
Correction, Avery Glenn got called for the foul, her first, second against the Trojans. So Maya Bryant, 5'10", freshman. Gets the friendly roll for a change. Fredericktown haven't had too many of those.
She gets that for her first points of the afternoon.
Can't get the second one to go.
But it does tie the game up.
Yeah. All square here in the second minute of this second quarter. Larimore with plenty of room in the lane, but a little too strong on the shot off the glass.
Yeah, great job using the screen there, but
yes,
that time a little too strong.
Cally Carpenter going up against Larimore, backs out and gets it to fall. Carpenter now with 9 points to lead all scorers and puts Fredericktown back in front.
Yeah, she's a guard, but she plays more like a forward, shooting the outside shot, but then she's not afraid to take it inside against the bigger players.
Again, playing against her brother who's 6'7" helps in that respect.
Helps a little bit, yeah, absolutely. So Lady Freddies with the
Kennedy Glenn returning. She has 6 points, both on three-pointers. She's hit 6 of her last 10 from beyond the arc in the last 5 quarters of play. This is Ella Boughton, the freshman, going up against Clara Johnson. Gives off to Gracie Lester, who's returned for Fredericktown. Boughton gets the baseliner to go. Ella Boughton now with 10, first player to double figures, and stretching the Trojans' lead, the Fredericktown lead to 4.
Yeah, it's been all Boughton and Carpenter thus far, pacing the Lady Freddies. 19 of the team's 22.
And here's a steal from Lester. Again, that turnover bug I mentioned biting the Trojans once again. Here's a scramble. Stowe fighting for it along with Lester, and we'll have a hell ball, which will give the ball to Fredericktown.
Take a look at that baseline jumper once again. And she has a quick release. If she has her feet set before the pass, just square real quick, nice follow through, and she's able to get that bucket.
A good pass down low to find Jill Boughton from her sister Ella. Chesney Farrell called for the foul, her first and the third on Centerburg. So that will put Jill Boughton at the line for the first time in this game. Boughton now with 3 points. She had a field goal in the first quarter. And Boughton, 6'1" junior, her younger sister Ella, 5'11" freshman. Boughton now with 4 points to double her total. And biggest lead of the game so far for the Freddies at 24-18.
Yeah, you see them, they're controlling the ball more. They're not turning it over as much, and it's leading to some points.
Larimore too strong on the first one, but the second one she draws the foul against Maya Bryant. And that's the fifth foul against the Freddies. So Larimore will go back to the line where she missed 2 free throws in the first quarter. Larimore now with 3 points, again averaging 12 coming into this game.
One of the leading scorers in the KMAC.
But again, Kennedy Glenn and Clara Johnson carrying the load for the Trojans, so this has to be a benefit as she misses the second one. Offensive rebound, though, for Clara Johnson. Lost it. Trojans get it back. And a foul. Chesney Farrell will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and it was just Jill was straight up and down, but right at the last second kind of moved that hand down as a slap, and that's you're going to get that call. If you're straight up and down, it's not going to get called. But when you move that arm forward, that's when the referee's going to get you.
6th foul against Fredericktown as Farrell missing the first free throw. Farrell at 48% from the line.
Yeah, they've already missed 5 free throws.
Gets the second one. That's her first point. Cutting into the lead.
Down 4, you missed 5 free throws. Need I say more?
Yeah. Cally Carpenter with 9 points. Goes up against Larimore, knocks her down, but we play on, and then no whistle. Finally a whistle there. Is this going to be? Oh, it's going to be a call for a foul, and it's going to go against Cally Carpenter. That'll be her first.
That'll be her second, and that's going to put Centerburg to the line for a 1-and-1. The referee's letting them play today because that was held for a while. I thought it was going to be
at least 2
possession.
seconds there, yeah. So Clara Johnson back to the free throw line. She's one of 2, both of those coming in the first quarter. Vika Arnett, a freshman guard, checks in for Fredericktown. And Johnson gets the first free throw to give her 9 points on the night. That leads the Trojans. Also cuts the Freddies' lead to 3. Make that 2. Johnson now with 10 points. First Trojan into double figures, and again some pressure, and they get the steal. And it's going to be an easy layup for Clara Johnson, who now has 12.
Just like that, a 5-0 Lady Trojan run has it tied up at 24. Another points off a turnover.
That was Vika Arnett, number 23, who just checked in for the first time. Now it's Ella Boughton, who has 10 points to lead the Freddies. Arnett has it stripped away by Clara Johnson. In this Trojans team, averaging 10.5 steals a game. Larimore with all kinds of space, now gets closed down. Had it taken away from her by Ella Boughton.
A little bit of collision, but I like the no call there because she was out of control a little bit.
Yes.
As Boughton was just trying to get over to get in front of her.
Lillian Rose returning for Fredericktown. Pass attempted for the entry pass for Larimore got kicked away by Jill Boughton. So the Trojans will try it again. Clara Johnson, she'll try for three-point land. Clara Johnson with 15 points here in the first half.
Yeah, she's having herself a game.
And there's a steal for Johnson. She'll take it all the way to the hoop. Get another basket and foul, her third time for an and one tonight.
Just when you thought the Lady Freddies were taking this game over, Centerburg's come fighting back with a chance for a 10-0 run.
Vika Arnett with the foul. That's the 8th against the Freddies. And suddenly what was a 24-18 lead has turned to a 29-24 deficit for Fredericktown. Make that 30-24.
10-0 run for the Lady Trojans here over the last 2 minutes.
Johnson with 18 points. Carpenter double teamed by Larimore, and Bellman trying to get the 5-second violation. Now Rose ahead of the pack with the easy lay-in.
Yeah, they needed that to break some of the momentum because it seemed like Centerburg had it all. Nearly got the turnover there, but instead it turns into a Fredericktown bucket.
Lillian Rose's first basket of the night. Here's Larimore to counter. Larimore now with 5.
What do they always say? If you see the ball go through the bucket, it's contagious.
Yeah. And now Larimore with the steal. Larimore, coast to coast, all alone, but can't finish. The putback, though, still won't go from Evie Stowe, and now finally, and it looks like
an injury.
Yeah, Jill Boughton crashed hard into the padded wall down there. She came back at about 80 miles per hour trying to close down Larimore on that breakaway that she had. We'll see if we get another look at it here. There's Larimore, and coming in there. Oh yeah.
She just,
that even looks painful.
She was trying to run for the block, went through her and kind of jammed her hand trying to stop herself into the padded wall. Hopefully it's just a stinger.
Yeah, hopefully it is just the hand and not the head. You always worry about the head, even with the padded wall down there. Replay brought to you by Park National Bank. You see our score brought to you by Centerburg Point, as the Trojans have really turned it around here in the second quarter. I'd like to remind you this webcast brought to you live and free by Webb's Marathon and Automotive, Centerburg Point, Monarch Title Services, Park National Bank, Knox Community Hospital, and Frito-Lay. Along with Hayden Gray and Travis Berardi, I'm Keith Kokinda. Happy to finally be officially on board. We'll take a break.
Yeah.
We'll take a break here as Centerburg leading Fredericktown by 6 on OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
While we were in the break, Kayla Larimore finished off the inbounds pass. She has 7 points, and that stretches the Centerburg lead to 34-26, and now they get the turnover and get it right back. Larimore exchanging with Johnson. Tried to make the pass underneath. It's stolen by Cally Carpenter. Carpenter with Maya Bryant ahead of him instead decides to hold it up and wait for help. Instead, she gets double teamed in that matchup zone. Now looking inside. Instead, finds Bellman.
Yeah, Centerburg in a 1-2-2 zone. Really
Maya
problems.
Bryant triple team, gets it outside Carpenter. Again, the skip pass. Bellman going to try for three-point land, a little bit short. But Carpenter with an offensive rebound. Can't finish. Rose there to put it away, though. Lillian Rose now with 4 points, all in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's how you beat the 1-2-2 zone. You got to skip pass and then a quick entry pass to get the open look.
Larimore with 7 points, 5 in this quarter. Three-pointer from Evie Stowe won't drop, but another offensive rebound. This time it's Kennedy Glenn. Larimore backing down Rose. Larimore with a nice move to the hoop, but still can't finish it. Rose gets the rebound and then draws a foul. Chesney Farrell, it looks like, got a hand in there, and she did. That's her second and the fourth on the Trojans. So Larimore will sit down in favor of Avery Glenn, and also Olivia Joyner will come in undoubtedly to replace Chesney Farrell with 2 fouls, and indeed she does.
Yeah, nobody in real foul trouble yet. There's a few with 2, and less than 2 minutes left in the quarter. You really don't want to see you get that third foul, which would pretty much make you sit out the first few minutes of the second half.
Johnson got a hand on that pass. The Freddies will keep it here in the final 2 minutes of this first half, and it's been a good one. Carpenter checked out there by Stowe in that 1-2-2. Cross-court pass nearly stolen by Avery Glenn.
Yeah, she got a finger on it, but just couldn't get all of it.
Bellman able to corral it and now gets it back from Carpenter, and now at college range 3, won't go. And there's Johnson with a rebound. She's had a game, as you said, Travis. Stowe, great feet up ahead. He's late, but Avery Glenn can't put it away.
They had the look, but just too rushed there. Misses it.
Carpenter, double teamed again. They've double teamed her a lot when she's out on that wing. Bellman finds Ella Boughton, lost the handle. Glenn got a hand in, but she also gets called for the foul. That'll be her second as well, and the 5th on the Trojans. Well, Glenn stays in the game with the 2 fouls. Carpenter, Ella Boughton for 3. Can't get it to go. Joyner with the rebound.
And looking down at the bench, Jill Boughton back on the bench looking like she's feeling better, so hopefully she'll be back out for the second half.
Here's Kennedy Glenn with 6 points, both on threes in the first quarter. Stowe, whistle, and timeout called by Centerburg.
Yeah, nearly threw that away, but it was a nice grab by
Timeout.
So we will.
Heavy stow.
Yeah, we'll take a break here. You're watching KMAC live on OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Back at Centerburg High School, there you see the Centerburg huddle led by Bo Glenn. His Trojans up 34-28 here on OH Report. He's Travis Berardi. I'm Keith Kokenda. Remember, in addition to our Facebook and YouTube channels, also have Twitter, OH_report. Follow us there as well. You can also follow Travis and myself from that page. As Centerburg in the final minute, looking to stretch this lead, which had been a 6-point deficit, but they throw it away, and here comes Maya Bryant the other way, stolen away from behind by Kenley Farrell.
Yeah, they needed that. If they can get a bucket here before the break, get this to within 2 possessions, they'll be feeling pretty good about themselves after the big run that Centerburg's had.
Ella Boughton lost the ball out of bounds, actually had taken away from her. She's got 10 points tonight, which is just about her average, 10.6. It'll be Cally Carpenter with 9 to get it inbounds to Lillian Rose, who has 2 field goals here in this second quarter. Now they'll go into the low post, low line drive shot by Maya Bryan. Will go Rose. Can't get it away as Joyner comes away with the steal.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to get it.
Ella Boughton punches it away from Evie Stowe, but Stowe got it back. Still trying to get it. Now here's Larimore in the last 10 seconds. Kenley Farrell. Running out of time. Here's Clara Johnson. She'll go for 3. 21 points for Clara Johnson in the first half, and the Trojans up by 9 at the break.
What a way to finish the half. What a way to run the second quarter for Centerburg. A big run to finish it. Gives them the 9-point lead going into the break.
20 points for the Trojans, and we're going to reach halftime here. You're watching KMAC Girls Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live on the OH Report.
He takes the Tostitos, fakes left, goes right, and dives into the salsa. Now that is how you bring home the snacks.
What is he doing?
Preparing for his next career as a commentator.
Isn't he young for that?
All the best players get broadcast deals these days.
Bill's Mafia is going absolutely crazy down here. Isn't that right, Billy? So true, so true. Back to you, Josh. Back to you. Now let's go down onto the field for the coin toss. Doesn't get much better than this.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
This afternoon's high school girls basketball live stream right here live and free on the OH Report, brought to you by our generous sponsors, Centerburg Point, Park National Bank, where you mean more. Monarch Title Services. Without the support of Rochelle Salmons and her crew at Monarch Title, Centerburg basketball would not be available live and free to Trojans fans. If you're selling or refinancing your real estate, you get to choose the title company. Why not support those who support the Trojans and close with confidence anytime, anywhere? Webb's Marathon and Automotive. Stop by Webb's Marathon to join the Webb's Rewards program, where you can earn dollars off fuel and free drinks and coffee. Go Trojans. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. And Frito-Lay, we are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Thank you all, sponsors, for once again allowing us to bring you these live streams live and free right here on our Facebook and YouTube channels. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll be back with the Webb's Marathon and Automotive halftime show, stats analysis, and much more. You're watching Girls High School Hoops Freddie-Burg, K-Max style on a Saturday afternoon, live and free right here on the OH Report.
He takes the Tostitos, fakes left, goes right, and dives into the salsa. Now that is how you bring home the snacks.
What is he doing?
Preparing for his next career as a commentator.
Isn't he young for that?
All the best players get broadcast deals these days.
Bill's Mafia is going absolutely crazy down here. Isn't that right, Billy? So true, so true. Back to you, Josh. Back to you. Now let's go down onto the field for the coin toss. Doesn't get much better than this.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to the OH Report halftime show, brought to you by Webb's Automotive and Marathon, alongside Travis Berardi. I'm Keith Kokinda. Centerburg up 9 at the break. As we take a look at some of the numbers here, turnovers a big story.
Yeah, absolutely. Centerburg has forced 13 Fredericktown turnovers, and even better with that stat is those have turned into points. I'd have to say probably about 9 or 10 points, and that's pretty much the difference right now for them. Also, they've been hitting from beyond the arc, 5 threes in the first half. And
both teams missed, I think, the first 4 threes they took before starting to heat up. In particular, Kennedy Glenn got it going for Centerburg. She hit 2 of 4 from beyond the arc in the first quarter for her 6 points. But the big story for Centerburg has been Clara Johnson, the junior forward. She's averaging 10 points a game coming into this game today, 13 just in the second quarter.
Yeah, she scored her jersey number thus far, 21. Yes. And a big reason why Centerburg's in the lead. She's doing it all, too. She has 3 threes. She's had a couple and 1 bucket, some steals, especially late. She's really turned it on. And
she converted 2 of those 3 three-point opportunities with the basket and the foul. She's 4 of 5 from the free throw line. On the flip side of that, though, you look at the leading scorers for Fredericktown. Ella Boughton with 10, Cally Carpenter with 8, but they each only had 1 field goal in that second quarter.
Yeah, they really been contained by that 1-2-2 zone that Centerburg has been running in the second quarter. That trap has really caused problems for them, and that's something they're going to have to work on. Quick passes, skip passes, ball movement is going to be crucial for them to beat that.
All 4 of the 5 starters have scored for Fredericktown, along with Lillian Rosewood, 4 in that second quarter. Kit Bellman, the only starter without a basket. Likewise, her counterpart, Kenley Farrell, the only starter without a hoop for Centerburg. Only bench player to score for the Trojans was Evie Stowe. She had a first quarter basket. As the teams switch sides, and Fredericktown in the road red will be going left to right. Trojans will have the ball to start quarter number 3. There, looks like both teams are returning their original starting 5s. Here's Kennedy Glenn, just mentioned her. Kayla Larimore, 7 points on the night, goes into the lane a little too strong. Had the rebound briefly, lost it, and the Freddies come away with it.
Yeah, another good look for her, but once again, too strong on the shot.
Carpenter again facing that double team when she gets out on the wing. They've been running that a lot. Nearly a steal coming from Kennedy Glenn, but the Freddies maintain possession. Bellman trying to avoid Kenley Farrell, able to shield her. And Larimore got a hand on that pass to tip it over to one of the Fredericktown supporter students over on that side. You can see the sign over there, the student section on that far right corner. Carpenter. Ella Boughton from 3 will go. An easy offensive rebound and finish for Maya Bryant, who now has 3, her first field goal of the game.
Yeah, that was a big bucket for her. Maybe going to get her going here in this second half.
Nobody there to box her out in a white jersey. Larimore, the sophomore. Now here's Kennedy Glenn. Glenn has it stripped away from her by Ella Boughton. Boughton ahead of the pack, being closed down by Kenley Farrell, who got a hand in there to break up the breakaway.
Yeah, good job by Kenley to, just be able to get back enough to flick that out.
We've seen a few of those rundown plays, the most notably the one by Jill Boughton where she got injured crashing into the padded wall. Nice inbounds pass, finds Maya Bryant. Back-to-back buckets for her to start the third quarter.
And just like that, lead down to 5. A lot of ways to go here in this one.
Bryant, a 5'10 freshman, averaging 3.8 points per game, has already exceeded that here in the first minute and a half of the third quarter. First foul of the second half. Kit Bellman gets called for, and that's her third.
Yeah, that's a tough way to start the third quarter. We'll see if Coach Maseko keeps her in or elects to bring her out.
Larimore with the shot over Ella Boughton, won't go, and here comes Carpenter the other way. Carpenter gets by Johnson, gets cut off by Kennedy Glenn, gets it back. Ella Boughton, Jill Boughton out on the wing. Kit Bellman left it way short, but that's because she got fouled.
Fouls on number 22.
I'm still waiting to find out who the foul was on. It is Chesney Farrell. They announced it and then stopped,
Yeah.
but that's her third.
Pointed the wrong way.
Yeah. I think it was confusion whether it was 22 or 23 as they were both in the area. Either way, first foul against Centerburg in this half. Ella Boughton with 10 points. Gives out to Cally Carpenter with 9 leading scores for the Freddies. Pass a little too strong. Finds Ella Boughton on the baseline. Was trying to find Maya Bryant, but it got to Ella Boughton, who now has 12.
6-0 run to start here for Fredericktown. They're right back in this.
Avery Glenn back in for Centerburg, right in the guard spot along with Kenley Farrell right there. Now it's Kennedy Glenn from beyond the arc. Won't go, and it's an easy rebound claim for Cally Carpenter. Carpenter going against Kenley Farrell and lost it off her foot.
Reporting in for Fredericktown.
Lillian Rose and Gracie Lester getting in for the first time in this half. Jill Boughton and Kit Bellman will sit down. And the Trojans with a chance looking to extend this lead after a good opening for Fredericktown, getting baskets from Maya Bryant and Ella Boughton.
Yeah, 19-11 second quarter gave Centerburg that 9-point lead, but like I said, a 6-0 run for Fredericktown has them to within 1 possession.
Chesney Farrell still in the game with 3 fouls. Kennedy Glenn from beyond the arc. She's missed her last 2 for her last 3 from outside, but got an offensive rebound.
Yeah, just a little bit too much on that one. It hit the back of the iron.
A little bit too much on that layup attempt from Kenley Farrell as well. She got in there inside of Ella Boughton, who probably affected the shot by her presence. And here she is. She'll hoist it up for 3-point range. Ella Boughton with 15. 2 field goals to open the third quarter for her. She leads the Freddies in scoring, and that'll bring a quick timeout from Centerburg's Bo Glenn.
Yeah, great job, as that's how you beat that. There's that skip pass to an open and set player. Good follow through, nothing but nylon, and just like that, 9-0 run, we're tied once again.
Yeah, you talked about that in the first half against that 1-2-2 zone that Centerburg have been playing a lot in this game. But the 3-pointer from Ella Boughton, that's her second of the game. She now has 15 to lead the Freddies. Her first. She only had the 1 field goal in that second quarter, so it has to be a big boost for Fredericktown to get a contribution from her.
Yeah, absolutely. Both Boughton girls, even though Jill, she got hurt in the first half. Her sister's really making up for it.
Yeah, Jill is not even on the bench
That's
right
what
now.
I was looking for right
now. I could tell by the way you were looking that way. So Jill might be getting some additional treatment from the medical people. Here's Kenley Farrell finding Avery Glenn for 3. It's a little bit short, and the rebound grabbed by Maya Bryant. Bryant's been a good contributor in this game, especially here in this third quarter. He had a couple of rebounds and 2 baskets.
Yeah, good box out on the shooter allowed her to get that, and it sets up
Lillian Rose from Ella Boughton there. Rose now has 6, all of them since the second quarter. And the Freddies back in front and a chance to stretch that out. Quickly up the floor for Carpenter. Carpenter backs out over Kennedy Glenn and hits the field goal. Carpenter now with 11.
The run continues for the Lady Freddies. Centerburg cold. They haven't hit a field goal in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter.
And again, it's Carpenter and Ella Boughton, the team's two leading scorers, both of them averaging double figures, and they've gotten there tonight. Carpenter with 11, Boughton with 15. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kayla Larimore has been held to just 7, although 5 of those were in the second quarter. Inbounds passed, and it's put away by Clara Johnson, who now has 23.
I think that was deflected to her, too. It wasn't
it hit off of Avery Glenn, who was the intended target of the inbounds pass. It got right through her hands. And now Ella Boughton's called for a travel.
Jill Boughton, actually, she is off to the left side down here. She is getting treatment on, I think.
Yeah, now I see her. I see the physio with her down there.
That right arm, that I think either her fingers or her arm got kind of stoved when she went to brace herself into the mat in that first half.
Here goes Kennedy Glenn going inside, but a little too strong off the glass. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Evie Stowe. Kenley Farrell thought about a 3 there for a second. Stowe finds Glenn beyond the arc, and Glenn hits her third 3 of the night.
Game of runs, Keith.
Yes.
Back out in front are the Lady Trojans.
7 3-pointers for Kennedy Glenn in the last game and almost 3 quarters. Now here's Carpenter. Finds Rose underneath with an excellent pass. There's that extra pass coaches love to talk about, and Rose now has 8.
And a quick release. It was kind of like a volleyball set. That's the only way she was able to get the ball off, was like that, and went in.
Stowe, 5'4" freshman, throws it away.
Take a look at that replay one more time. The quick ball movement. Watch this little tap. Catch, release, all in the same motion.
The replay brought to you by Park National Bank. Almost like Larry Bird used to do, if you remember those touch passes he used to make. Pass ahead for Carpenter is 2 out of her reach, and Evie Stowe comes away with it for Centerburg.
15th turnover by the Lady Freddies.
Kennedy Glenn with 9 points, all from beyond the arc, just as she did Thursday night against Ridgedale, getting 12. Larimore can't get it to go as Ella Boughton got in the way of that shot. Carpenter on that wing, again being double-teamed. Been seeing that all night long from her. Every time she comes up that sideline, as soon as she gets over the timeline, bang, 2 white shirts in her face. Nice entry pass to Lester. Now Ella Boughton from the wing, left it way short. Bellman with the offensive rebound, and a held ball will keep the ball in possession of Fredericktown.
Yeah, Boughton was a little too far towards the baseline. Couldn't get a good look at the rim, hit the side of the backboard, but thankfully, Bellman was underneath.
Nice pass in. Ella Boughton can't get it to go, but she will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
That's an easy lob into her.
Yeah.
And again, one of those catch release. She didn't bring the ball down. Draws a foul.
Avery Glenn with her third. Her and Chesney Farrell both with 3 fouls each for Centerburg. Jill Boughton's got her right wrist taped up, so you probably called it as far as her injury is concerned. It looks like she's coming back in as Ella Boughton will get a couple of free throws, her first of the game. She makes the first one to make it 16 for the freshman. Now her elder sister Jill, the junior, comes in.
Yeah, it's her wrist, it looked like.
Yeah. She's got it pretty well taped up. Well, Ella Boughton now with 17 to lead the Freddies and stretch their lead to 3.
This is an important 2 minutes for both sides. One of these teams can make a run heading into the fourth, momentum completely on their side.
Glenn for Avery, her sister. Well, that's 9 points now for Kayla Larimore, her first basket of the second half. But there were 3 sets of sisters in this game.
You're seeing balance from both sides.
Yes.
3 players on each side scoring close to or at double-digit points.
Larimore going to hoist it up from beyond the arc. Well short, and an easy rebound again for Carpenter, who's going 1v5. And after it's poked away, Kennedy Glenn comes away with it. Kennedy, the elder of the Glenn sisters. She's a junior while Avery is a sophomore. Here's Kenley Farrell. Kennedy Glenn, a deep three, won't go. Carpenter another rebound in the last minute of the third quarter.
She had a good look there.
Yes.
Just a little off.
Carpenter again pressure as soon as she hits the timeline, but finds Bellman. Now Ella Boughton. Now her sister Jill, way off target, but an offensive rebound for Carpenter. Inside for Rose, can't finish, and Larimore for the Trojans. Larimore tried to get it ahead. Ella Boughton got her hands on it, and Carpenter able to clean it up.
Turnover number 11 for Centerburg. Fredericktown, plenty of time here, 15 seconds.
Bellman, checked there by Avery Glenn. They get it outside for Jill Boughton. 4 points all in the first half. And there's a three-pointer for Ella Boughton. She now has 20. Her second three of this quarter. And the Freddies back in front after 3 quarters of play. We'll take a break. You're watching KMAC Girls Basketball here on OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Welcome back to Centerburg High School in the heart of Ohio, the geographical center of the state, hence the name. Alongside Hayden Gray and Travis Berardi, I'm Keith Kokinda. We got a good one in the Knoxmore Athletic Conference. Here goes Kayla Larimore straight to the hoop and lays it in. She now has 11 points, only 4 here in the second half.
That was a money move to start money time here. Cuts it back to 2.
Cally Carpenter finds Jill Boughton. Tried to return it to her younger sister Ella, but it goes awry, and the Trojans get it back with a chance to tie here in the opening minute of the fourth quarter.
5th Fredericktown turnover here in the second half.
Ella Boughton with 20 points. Cally Carpenter with 11. Kennedy Glenn right there with 8. 3 of those 4 field goals of hers came from beyond the arc. Larimore. Kennedy Glenn with a screen from Larimore. A deep 3, won't go. Larimore with the offensive rebound. Can't finish. She got caught too far into the basket. Now here's a steal.
Oh,
Evie still can't finish from the baseline. Oh, they had it right there.
that toilet bowl all the way around the rim and then back out.
We saw that happen to Fredericktown a few times in the first half. Now it's turning. Carpenter, Bellman, Jill Boughton, Ella Boughton, Carpenter. Left it way short. Easy rebound claim for Larimore.
That was good offense by Fredericktown, getting that extra pass, but
everything but the finish.
Yep.
Kennedy Glenn shuffled the feet. Yes, fit traveling call.
The 12th Centerburg Lady Trojan turnover, their 4th of the second half.
And again, they're averaging 20 a game. Little token pressure coming from Kenley Farrell. Now again, that double team on Carpenter. They have to think her lack of experience bringing the ball at the floor is the reason why they want to put pressure on here as she crosses center court. Ella Boughton. Here's Kit Bellman over Larimore, a little too strong. Rebound grabbed by Maya Bryant. Now Carpenter from beyond the arc left it short. Jill Boughton was looking for the offensive rebound. Instead drew a foul. And it's going to be on Kennedy Glenn. That's her first.
Yeah, Kennedy kind of extended that hand on the back. They're going to call the push off of that.
3 team fouls on Centerburg, only 1 on Fredericktown. Entry pass is stolen by Kenley Farrell. Farrell with Kennedy Glenn 2-on-1. Instead, she'll go right by. No, she won't. Jill Boughton, as Austin Carr would say on Cavaliers TV broadcast, get that weak stuff out of here.
Return to sender. She just had it timed perfectly, just with the height advantage, the reach right over, and flick the ball out of bounds.
And Ella Boughton at 5'11", Kenley Farrell at 4'10". That's a little bit of an advantage.
However, it will stay with the Lady Trojans here with 6:06 remaining.
Kennedy Glenn doing the honors on the inbounds pass with Jill Boughton facing up on her. Long looping pass over Carpenter finds Kenley Farrell. Now Kennedy Glenn, another three, won't go. And again, it's Ella Boughton with a rebound. Bellman looking to break the pressure and does. Great work getting by both Farrell and Stowe. And Stowe punched the ball away to keep possession in the hands of the Freddies. Again, this fourth quarter is a big deal for Centerburg. Can they finish it? Nice pass off the inbounds play. Ella Boughton now with 22 points.
Yeah, good play. She runs out to the three-point line, immediately backs in, kind of like a backdoor cut for the hoop.
Kayla Larimore, I have to think they're going to look to her a lot in this fourth quarter. Kennedy Glenn goes against two players. Another rejection by Jill Boughton. And here comes Cally Carpenter the other way. 1-on-2. She'll take it all the way and lost it out of bounds. Yes, she did. She lost it.
Reporting back in for Centerburg, number 11, Avery.
Avery Glenn returning now for Centerburg. Her sister Kennedy will sit down with 9 points. All of them on three. She had 2 in the first quarter and 1 in the third.
Plenty of time here for the Lady Trojans, only down 4.
Clara Johnson feeds it off to Larimore, and Larimore now with 13. 4 points for her in this fourth quarter, cutting the lead to 2.
That's been her bread and butter, the little curve off the screen right inside the free throw circle.
Carpenter again, double teamed by Farrell and Stowe.
Nice little curl here, and then, just inside the free throw line. She's hit about 3 times from that spot.
Ella Boughton tries to go inside for Bryant. It's punched away. Carpenter looking at Ella Boughton, posting up inside instead, finds Bryant. Bryant and Ella Boughton really need to trade numbers. Carpenter on the line. No, they're saying it's a 3. Cally Carpenter now with 14. Her second 3 of the night. First one since she got the one in the first quarter. It stretches the Freddies lead to 5.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
Larimore with a nice move. Avoids double team but throws it away. Almost threw it right into the hands of Ella Boughton. I think she was surprised that ball came to her as well as it did. Finds her sister Jill. Now Carpenter.
They're going to run some clock now.
Inside, Bryant had it blocked. Looked like it was Clara Johnson who got a hand at it. Here comes Larimore the other way. Larimore for Avery Glenn. Johnson. Kenley Farrell from beyond the arc. In and out. Rebound as Larimore and Jill Boughton got tied up. Larimore going to get called for the foul. That'll be her first. And the 4th on Centerburg. Lillian Rose for Fredericktown. Chesney Farrell for Centerburg return.
This is a big possession for Fredericktown. They can extend this to 3 possessions with under 4 minutes remaining.
As you can see, that 1-2-2 zone press in effect once again. Good pass to find the open Jill Boughton, who has 4 points. All that in the first half, and then a steal. Evie Stowe going against Carpenter. Can't finish. Glenn can't finish. Glenn tries it again. Stolen away by Jill Boughton. And timeout just as Boughton was falling out of bounds.
Wow. Coach Glenn wanting a call there on the shots.
1 chance, 2 chance, a little too deep. But again, Jill Boughton, another good play. She's had a couple block shots, but several times she's affected shots and altered them just by her presence there.
Yeah, so that was a big chance for Centerburg. Get this back to within 3 points. Unable to get the 2 opportunities. And now again, Fredericktown, another chance to extend this to 3 possessions.
Fredericktown with only 5 points in this quarter. A field goal from Ella Boughton and the 3 from Cally Carpenter. On the other side, the Centerburg with 4 points. Kayla Larimore getting both of their field goals here. You have to think Larimore's got to start coming up big here as we approach the last few minutes of this game.
Well, that and Kennedy Glenn's going to have to hit a couple shots from beyond the arc. She's had good looks, but just a little bit off.
Yeah, it's not like Thursday night against Ridgeo. She had 4 of 6. She has 3 tonight. That's probably what, 3 of 8 or 3 of 9?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So we're going to see more pressure here from Centerburg as the Trojans trail by 5. Carpenter finds Jill Boughton. Here's Rose, who gets fouled. Maya Bryant is going to, Chesney Farrell will get called for the foul. That's her 4th. And the 5th against Centerburg.
Just out of position, caught herself going right into the chest.
Fredericktown nearing bonus time, and indeed they'll get Farrell out of their next opportunity they can. But right now, Farrell gets a steal into the hands of Larimore. Larimore ahead for Avery Glenn. Underneath the return pass for Larimore. What a great 1-2. Larimore with 15.
Beautiful give and go to get this back to within 3.
Larimore with 6 in this quarter. The pass for Rose too tall, and that'll give Centerburg the opportunity to get Clara Johnson back into the game for Chesney Farrell with 4 fouls. Johnson with 23 points, but only 2 of them here in this second half. Evie Stowe, Avery Glenn, Larimore from the baseline. Larimore with 17.
4 straight for her. It's a 1-point game.
She has all the points in this quarter for Centerburg. Carpenter. Ella Boughton with 22 points. Johnson all over her, gets it back to Carpenter. Ella Boughton again. Her sister Jill is over in the corner, now moves down the baseline looking for the pass and gets it. Tried to get it to Kit Bellman, stolen by Kenley Farrell, and she draws the foul.
That's going to be Bellman's 4th.
That's right. Only 2nd of the team against Fredericktown. But not having Bellman out that guard spot could be a problem. And indeed, it'll be Gracie Lester, the sophomore, coming back in. Actually, Rose is going to sit down.
Yeah, I think with 2 minutes remaining, you can keep her out there, but she's going to have to play smart the rest of the way.
Larimore, who has 8 points in this quarter, all 8 points for the Trojans. Larimore goes to the baseline and gets the great move to get past from Boughton and put it in.
Make that 10 points in the quarter.
And now the pressure being put on by the Trojans. They get it ahead to Jill Boughton. Now it's Carpenter. Carpenter lost the handle. The Trojans get it back.
25th turnover on Fredericktown.
Here goes Evie Stowe. She'll go coast to coast but can't finish. Larimore with the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. Another opportunity for Johnson. Too far into the basket. And finally, it looks like a foul is going to be called against Avery Glenn.
Fouls on number 23, Kayla.
That's on Larimore. It's her 2nd, but it's the 6th foul against the Trojans. They call a timeout, so we will take a break. Centerburg up by 1 over Fredericktown. This is girls high school basketball on OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Girls High School basketball on OH Report, brought to you live and commercial-free by Webb's Marathon and Automotive, Centerburg Point, Monarch Title Services, Park National Bank, Knox Community Hospital, and Frito-Lay. We've had a good one here today, Travis Berardi. 54-53, the Trojans rallying behind Kayla Larimore with 10 points in this fourth quarter.
Yes. Runs by both sides throughout this game have had both teams up by multiple possessions, but just each time.
Jill Boughton gets to do her sister Ellen. Now Cally Carpenter. Now Kit Bellman goes for three! Kit Bellman's first field goal of the game, and it's a huge one to put the Freddies back in front.
60 seconds left.
Here's Kayla Larimore with 19, 10 in this quarter. A little too strong. Carpenter had the rebound, lost it, touched out of bounds by Clara Johnson. And so the Freddies get the ball back with a lead here in the final minute.
So take a look at the three once again by Bellman.
Replay brought to you by Park National Bank.
Out of bounds. Freddies ball.
Freddies will keep possession after it was touched out of bounds by Kenley Farrell.
Fredericktown in the bonus, next foul.
Jill Boughton was all alone there, but she decided to hold it up instead. Gives it out to her sister Ella. Now Jill again. The Boughtons have combined for 26 points, and now Ella Boughton gets fouled.
That'll be Avery Glenn's fourth.
Fouls on number 11, Avery Glenn.
She joins Chesney Farrell. Well, they say it's her third, but they put up on the board it's her fourth. The fourth is correct. So Ella Boughton will go to the line again. She's 2 for 2. Both of those coming in the third quarter. She has 22 points on the game. And gets the front end of the 1-and-1. And this will make this to make it a 2-possession game. Now she can't get it, but her sister Jill gets the offensive rebound. Carpenter being crawled all over by Kenley Farrell, who finally gets called for the foul, and that'll send Carpenter to the line.
Reporting back in number 32,
Kennedy Glenn returning for Centerburg. Carpenter 0 for 2 from the line today. Is yet to go to the free throw line today. I take that back. Misreading my numbers for hash marks. And it's Kennedy Glenn with the offensive rebound. Another chance for Centerburg to tie in the final 30 seconds.
That's kicked.
I think that's a fourth kicking violation we've seen against Fredericktown today.
Both teams with 2 timeouts as well.
Gracie Lester back in. Maya Bryant will sit down. She has 5 points. 4 of them came in the third quarter. Kennedy Glenn on the inbounds pass finds Clara Johnson. Glenn, the three-point specialist, too strong. Larimore looking for that offensive rebound and has it and finishes. Larimore with 21 cuts the lead to 1.
Yeah, she fought for that offensive rebound. Worked her way through, nice spin, puts it up and in.
And that replay of that offensive rebound and basket by Larimore brought to you by Park National Bank. There she is, the 5'10 sophomore with 21 points, 14 of them here in the second half, 12 in this quarter.
Yeah, she's really taken this game over for the Lady Trojans now. On this inbound, they don't have to immediately foul, but when they do, it'll be the final 1-and-1 by Fredericktown. No matter what, even if they make both free throws, it's a 1-possession game. So you can go for the steal here.
I think that's what to
foul.
do.
You
That's
can
what to
still
do.
get that foul too, yeah.
Go for the steal. If you can't get it, then commit the foul. Again, 8 fouls, as Travis mentioned, against Centerburg right now. It'll be Ella Boughton with 23 points to inbound. And the full court pressure coming from Centerburg, looking long. Now gets into Carpenter, who just missed from the free throw line. That'd be the target to foul.
Now they're going to have to foul.
Here's Ella Boughton again, double teamed, and they do get her. Looks like it's Avery Glenn, and if it is, she's done for the day,
Yep,
and it is.
Foul on number 11, Avery Glenn. That's her 5th.
So 1-and-1 for Ella Boughton. She's 3 of 4 from the line. She just missed the back end of the 1-and-1 just a couple minutes ago. Kennedy Glenn returns for Centerburg. But as you said, Travis, still a chance to tie for Centerburg even if she makes both free throws.
Yeah, this first one is pivotal. On offensive rebound and a timeout.
Jill Boughton, another offensive rebound off her sister's missed free throw. Here it is again.
It just took a weird hop off the rim outside of the free throw lane, and she's able to track it down.
Yeah, that happened on the back end of the 1-and-1 she had just a few moments ago. Jill got the offensive rebound after Ella missed. So a big offensive rebound for the Freddies as they look to close this one out. And as I mentioned before, Tim Masico talked about trying to close out games in the fourth quarter with a team that's not very deep and not very experienced.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, if you're Centerburg, really they have to foul immediately. You can't go for you may be able to go for the steal right off the inbound, but you have to foul because there's only 5 seconds left.
Fredericktown looking to win their first game in the league this season. Their win on Monday at Delaware Christian ended a 5-game losing streak. So looking to continue their success here as the calendar has turned to 2023. And again, if they do win, it'll be their 7th straight win over the Trojans. So it'll be Ella Boughton to inbound it. Looking for her sister Jill in the lane. Instead gets out to Carpenter, who immediately gets fouled.
Yep, there's that foul. So 4.5 seconds left. Depending on what they do with the free throws, maybe I'm guessing Coach Glenn, on the rebound calling a timeout real quick to set something up, or he's already told his players just to get the ball and get it out.
Carpenter missed her only free throw a few moments ago and makes it 0 for 2 from the free throw line. She has 14 points, just about matching her average of 14.9.
And Coach Glenn now saying he wants a timeout now before the free throw. So it's probably one of those, you get the rebound, get it out, and set up a last-second shot.
Yeah, that's his final timeout. We'll take a brief break here. You're watching girls high school basketball on OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
There's Cally Carpenter as you're watching girls high school basketball on OH Report, the future of local sports. He's Travis Berardi. I'm Keith Kokinda. Carpenter just missed a free throw, the first of these two. She's 0 for 2 from the line. Centerburg down by 1, but they've called their final timeout, so they don't have too many options here regardless of the result of this free throw. Carpenter with 14 points. Make that 15 to match her average. Here we go. Quickly inside, it's
lost the handle.
Evie Stowe lost it on the inbounds pass from Kenley Farrell, and that may do it. Ella Boughton inbounding it. Gets it to her sister Jill. A big scramble, but that should do it. No, or did they call timeout? Nope. Masico was trying to call timeout, but they didn't give it, so that will do it. Fredericktown, in a thriller, beat the Centerburg Trojans 58-56.
Thank you for coming out and supporting KMAC Basketball and
He takes the Tostitos, fakes left, goes right, and dives into the salsa. Now that is how you bring home the snacks.
What is he doing?
Preparing for his next career as a commentator.
He's a little young for that.
All the best players get broadcast deals these days.
Bill's Mafia is going absolutely crazy down here. Isn't that right, Billy? So true, so true. Back to you, Josh. Back to you. Now let's go down onto the field for the coin toss. Doesn't get much better than this.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Welcome back to Centerburg High School, where the Fredericktown Freddies have prevailed 58-56 over the Centerburg Trojans. And there is our Monarch Title Services Player of the Game, freshman Ella Boughton, 23 points, 13 of them in the second half, 10 of them just in that third quarter. Now, I have to think that third quarter was really huge for the entire team, not just with your performance. What did you do to change things around?
During halftime, Coach really just gave us a big pep talk, just so we get out, do what we practiced in practice, and then we've been very slow during the third quarter, so we just try to score more points.
A terrific effort, especially with turnovers. Your team turned over the ball a lot, 25 turnovers. It's not often you can win a game when you turn the ball over 25 times, but you came up with some big turnovers of your own, as well as you and your sister Jill coming up with some big offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
So So anybody you want to give a shout out to here at the end of the game? Again, our Ella Boughton is our Monarch Title Services Player of the Game. Go ahead. The world is waiting.
My teammates especially, and then everybody who came out tonight and everybody watching at home.
Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate the time, Ella. Great game for you as well as your teammates. We appreciate the time. So that will do it here from Centerburg High School. Again, our final score 58-56, Fredericktown over Centerburg. 7th straight win for the Freddies over the Trojans. On behalf of our crew, Hayden Gray and Travis Berardi, I'm Keith Kokinda. Thanks for watching us here on YouTube and Facebook Live, OH Report. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter as well at OH_report. And you can find Travis and I there as well. Thanks for watching. I'm Keith Kokinda. Good afternoon from Centerburg, Ohio.